And here's I want to ask you about this with legacy. Because when we talk about legacy, and we've talked about it on this show numerous times, what family has the biggest legacy? And it seems to be the family of boxing is those gypsy bastards, the king and his family, the Furies, the Gypsy King and his family.
You call them gypsy bastards.
Well,
They're just fantastic.
okay, all right. Run me down the definition of a bastard, Steve.
I'm not going to get into this because
Run me down. No. Run me down the definition of a bastard and tell me that Huey, Tommy, Tyson, and any of the other John Fury seed that he has out there may or may not have been bastards.
It's a community situation with different kind of rules. That's what it is.
Yes, we have those communities as well. They involve upside down pineapples and leaving your garage door open, apparently. Listen, since we're talking about the Furies in such a favorable manner here, did you know, Steve, fun fact, Tommy Fury is a bully. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you why he's a bully. Because Tommy Fury has had ample opportunity to go in there and fight with boxers who have improved their game of boxing over the years and have called him out doing so. And he's, no, you're not worthy of me. I'm a member of the boxing family and I don't box and I do reality shows and I'm a much bigger star than all of this stuff. But if you're somebody that I could clearly beat in a boxing ring, yeah, I'll take that money all day long.
He doesn't sound like Vince McMahon. He doesn't sound like Vince.
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
Is this what's happening with Misfits Boxing, luring Tommy Fury in to fight Eddie Hall, the world's strongest man?
Yeah, they were going to do Eddie Hall versus Dylan Dennis, but overnight that changed. And now you've got Tommy Fury. And I think the only reason why they've done this because Eddie Hall is called the Beast. So they're going to do Beauty versus the Beast. That's the only reason why. It's not for the boxing. I mean, Eddie Hall, he's got a superb boxing. I know he hasn't actually, has he? He's fought Hafthor Bjornsson. He lost to him. It was a rotten fight. I think he's done tag team boxing or 2-on-1 boxing or something since then. Mm-hmm. There was yesterday a double. It was working the bag and working the pads. Tommy and Eddie. Oh my God, Eddie! Do not let that footage come out because you are so slow. You could drive an articulated lorry between those punches. You will struggle, son, unless you're going to take him down and unless you're going to do that. Press him above your head or carry him like one of those big shields that they do, like a loading race.
Well, I don't know if you saw the other footage that came out of Eddie Hall sparring with Huey. That's right. In the ring. I mean, it could be Huey, could be the Loch Ness Monster. The way this thing was filmed, it looked like it was actually filmed using a brick. Yeah. But the footage in this is atrocious. It is absolutely atrocious. If Misfit Boxing thought that they were going to, they're going to garner some clicks on this and people are going to watch it and idiots like us are going to talk about it and make fun of it because that's what you should be doing is making fun of it. This isn't boxing in any way, shape, or form. And I can understand now. I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry, Tyson. I mean, I'm sorry you guys are numpties, but I'm also sorry that Tommy has tarnished your name so badly that he's taking this fight. This is absolute dog shit, if you ask me.
And you're right. And worse than that, he is the B-side because the clicks they're going to get and the views they're going to get are from World's Strongest Man viewers. So you're going to get that kind of international view of that. So very few people are going to come and look at Tommy because, I remember the Netflix thing recently, or I remember Love Island a few years ago. It's Eddie they're coming to see him fail, but they're coming to see, and he will fail. But he's the B-side, very much the B-side. So he's not even that. He's not even that A-side, Tommy.
Or this just popped into my head, Steve. Is this whole thing a ruse by Misfit Boxing? Is this whole thing a way to get Tommy Fury to commit to a fight? Eddie pulls out last minute and the replacement steps in. Darren Till.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, it ain't going to be Carl fucking Froch, I'll tell you that.
it'll be like Married at First Sight. So we'll be waiting in the ring and it'll be Darren Till. He'll be expecting Eddie. Darren Till, how do I get out? And they'll be trying to block him.
Is that not the most reality show bullshit that you could do in this situation?
It really is. It really is. It will be Eddie Hall has broken his ankle.
Right?
We have a last minute alternate.
And out comes Darren Till.
Oh, I mean, Tommy Fury's face would be an absolute picture.
He'd leave. He'd walk out. He'd absolutely walk out. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that in itself would become the setup for the next fight, because how could he not take a fight after that when you get humiliated like that?
They have to do something, because they didn't follow through with that wrestling angle. They didn't follow through with the Chase Moore and the Tate thing, and they didn't follow through with KSI, because he is now a judge on the UK's Britain's Got Talent program. So he's not going to do Misfits now because he's got that gig. So they do need to do something which is a kind of wrestling angle, because they like that sort of thing, don't they? I'd love to see Darren Till step in his place.
I mean, I'm all for it. That would be fantastic if you ask me. Dressed up in an Eddie Hall fat suit.
Yeah.
Darren Till comes out
with a handler with a chain, raiding at the leash like a wrestler. Come on, I'll kill you.
Well, they've got to do something, because this is just getting ridiculous for Misfits Boxing, and stop calling it boxing. It's just Misfits at this point, because there is no boxing to this whatsoever. There's more boxing happening in bare knuckle boxing lately, it seems like.
Yeah.
There's more boxing, Steve. There's more boxing happening on Netflix than there is in Misfits Boxing. And some of that isn't even boxing.